I guess I was kind of getting in myself into video and picture and sound, So for me, exploding, and this kind of puts you in between film and music, I like it when it's in the language that I don't understand, because I can let my imagination say whatever I wanted to say. I mean, this guy must be really taking the piss with me, but who cares? The mood that they create, it's like, yeah, I can top it up with my kind of idea, and it's not like the Hollywood style, where the film or the documentary tells you this is what you should think and you don't think any other way, It's like, yeah, just complete the picture yourself, mate. Translates to explosion in a playhouse. I think. Don't take my word for it, guys. Translate it. There is Google.
So what was the name of that artist again?
S01E04. I have to show you that.
Yeah, I have to write that one down.
Yep, you're gonna even have a problem writing it down. My wife, she speaks German, and she always tells me, you don't pronounce it like that, you pronounce it like this. Okay, but I carry on pronouncing it the way I like to.
Where did your wife learn German?
She studied German. She has a degree in German. She has a degree, yeah. And yeah, she teaches here kids, primary school, German, and she works with autistic kids. Yeah, and she was a refugee in a tent when I met her. One of those which we say, look at them, they're refugees, dirty and all that, It's amazing how if you bring these people, dress them up and wash them up, you will never say, oh, it's one of those people in the tent or in the,
So what were your first thoughts when you saw her?
Nothing. I thought she's very smart, very good. I liked her straight away. I loved her very quick. Married her as soon as I could. And she is the smart person in the house. I teach my kids to be a bit more, like chance takers and use their instinct, And she teaches them to use their brains to study. So, so thanks God it's not only in my hands. Okay? She brings sense and she does the maths with them because I can't do them. And yeah, refugees, mate. Should we move to?
Yeah, well, I mean, that last song was experimental German.
Yeah, it's experimental German, and there is about something which I like some bits in a German culture, German design, German engineering, and there is that reflects in music as well, It's a tough language, we don't understand it, so maybe that makes us to kind of avoid the music as well, but these guys, I mean, probably they are now in their 60s or I don't know. And they are all people with like multiple degrees and stuff like that. But then they are simple on the other hand, somehow less is more. This is kind of my idea in life as well. I take pictures and I try to kind of take a simple picture, show more with less. Yeah.
So where are you taking us next?
Probably you heard this hundreds of times. It has trends quite high, And recently I took my daughter to their concert, after she's now 18, and she liked them. And these guys are old now, They're in the, obviously like me, in their 50s and 60s, But for that time, they were kind of a revolutionary, After all the techno, they brought in a little bit of drum and bass in, and yeah, I liked them. I like them still. Cruder and faster. And obviously, it works. It works with film, you know, and video. The music has been used a lot in various TV things. My wife doesn't listen to what I listen. She hates what I listen. My daughter, the eldest daughter, yeah, she really likes. She worries me.